God, it was like 5 years ago when I saw something that completely changed my life. Have you heard of this Disney movie called Alice in Wonderland? It's about a girl named Alice who goes down a rabbit hole after she sees a rabbit who is late for a tea party. Along the way, she meets various of characters like the Dodo, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Mad Hatter, and the Mad Hare, etc. What I don't understand is why Alex looks cool in the movie. It could have been that because she was voiced by the same actor in Peter Pan? Yes. However, something really strangely happened when I came across something that haunted about this film. I was 10 years old when I encountered this strange thing. One day afternoon, I was staying at my grandmother's house while the rest of my family went to go see a movie that I didn't care. I was watching TV when my grandmother came in and she said she had some videotapes for me to watch them. Most of them were Alice in Wonderland, Spider-Man, and Stuart Little too. I thought I would watch the first one because it's been a few years since I watched the movie. But when I opened it up, something concerned me. It wasn't a sticker label or ink label that was on most VHS copies. It was a paper label. I was thinking this was like a bootleg copy, so I kept quiet about the tape to my grandmother, and I put the tape in the VCR and let it play. At first there were previews for some old Disney movies, then the opening credits rolled at normal. However, after they rolled, something was wrong. Instead of the scene with Alice and her sister, it just showed the scene where Alice just goes down the rabbit hole. But after that, it cuts black to black for 18 seconds. And then it came back on with this short screen of Alice crying in the forest. And there it sounded like she was sobbing. But the scene lasted for 5 minutes before cutting to a reddish color. Then it faded to black again with blood covering the text saying, "I am coming." The text faded to Alice's sister showing up. She said, "Hello there, I'm Alice's sister. If you're watching this, now is the time to eject the tape because Alice is coming." All of a sudden I heard a loud footstep. And then Alice's sister screamed, "Oh God, she's here! Quick! Shut the tape off now!" So I ejected and she asked. I didn't want to see the rest of what was on the tape because it was probably scary. A few hours later, my mom came to pick me up and I asked her if I could bring the tapes home from my grandmother gave me, and she said yes. The perfect opportunity to investigate where this tape came from. One day my family and I were going to be home. I could be home alone because my grandmother was at the senior center and my visitors, Maynard and Christine, were in Washington visiting their brother. When they left, I called the police to ask them about the tape came from, and they told me everything about the tape. So they came to my house within 3 minutes. I rewound the tape before playing it, and I was too scared to look at the rest. While playing on the PS3, the police claimed that they have some screenshots for me. A picture was with Alice with a knife in one hand, and the other one was in Alice on a crucifix, which of course, it was graphic to say the least. And then the last one scared the crap out of me, and it was a sketch of Alice killing someone. But I'm glad it was just a sketch, because if it was real, I would have cried by then. Just then, one of the cops remembered something that he used to be an intern at Disney Home Studio before he became a police officer. He claimed that he knew the man who knew about Satan created the VHS before he got fired for Satanism. The cops then left and they knew about the person's address and they were going to arrest him. I went to outside and smashed the VHS tape with a sledgehammer. That tape destroyed by me. I will never rewatch any more prints of Alice in Wonderland by different companies. Goodbye. And that, my little pretties, was Alice in Wonderland, The Cursed Video, a Alice in Wonderland Lost episode creepypasta written by Ashley Armbruster. I want to thank you so much, Ashley Armbruster, for sending me this story. My final thoughts on this story? Okay, this story was good, but there are some issues with the story that I do have to say about this. Before I go on with the issues on why exactly made me, feel like, on this episode, I'm going to be honest. Now, first of all, I like to say that the grammar was really good. I could definitely say right now that the grammar of this story was absolutely amazing. Like, it was really good. Like, the grammar was just amazing, and the sentence structuring was good. The paragraph structuring was awesome. That I can definitely say. The ending was somewhat interesting, I can definitely guarantee. Is that the ending, though, was interesting. One of the cops saying that they were used to be an intern in Disney. I usually would call out saying that that's cliche, but on my opinion, I can understand, there were a VHS cliche in this, but it's not, someone finding this at a movie store or anything like that. Because, no. It's not any of by that, which is kind of good. Well, it's still a cliche, but at least you came up with something original with the story. And, it's Alice in Wonderland, but except, Alice, is saying that she wants to kill somebody. And then we see, crazy things like, oh my God. I'm not pissed. I'm not angry. I could definitely say I'm not angry about it, but I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's just, I'm like, my mind is like all in the ups and downs because of this story. Mainly because it's confusing partway through. Like, why would Alice sit there and, want to murder people? Like, why? Why would she do that? That's generally, my question is, why would she want to do that? Like, I don't think there would be a point of her doing that if there's no good explanation to why she's doing that. That's just, I'm going to be completely honest. Now, the VHS tape that the person found was definitely, from, when the grandma came over and had some videotapes. Okay. Even though the VHS thing was a cliche, I'm willing to excuse it because it's not, anyone finding this in a mailbox or anything. Because you know what? That's cliched. I'm going to be completely honest. However, even though the VHS tape is still a cliche, I'm still willing to excuse it. Now, another thing I could definitely say was thinking that was a bootleg copy. Okay, first of all, having no sticker label or anything like that, I'm going to say that is cliched because, that's been used. I'm pretty sure so many creepypastas have used that. And another thing, it says it cuts to black to this much, and a shot of Alice crying for like 5 minutes. Who the heck is going to sit there and watch it for 5 minutes? That's just, oh my goodness. I was like, oh my God, are you serious right now? Because, I don't understand. Why would anyone want to watch somebody cry for 5 minutes? Like, I wouldn't be able to watch somebody cry for 5 minutes. Without me sitting there and, doing something else instead of being bored out of my mind. I'm not angry. I'm just, kind of explaining it. And when they left and the police called, okay, how did the parents not find out that the kid called the police? That is just something. That's just something to say. And then the person, Alice's sister saying, Alice is coming, eject the tape or stuff like that. Oh, okay. Why would that be the case? Like, that's just, I don't think any VHS tape would have a person say that. I don't think that would be the case. Like, that is just, oh my goodness. I just don't know what to think of it, really. Because, it's just messed up in a lot of ways. Another thing, too, and I'm going to be honest, is that, and then there was a sketch of Alice killing the person's father. What? When I read that, I was like, oh my God, are you serious right now? That's exactly what I was like while reading the story. I was like, why would you even add that to begin with? Like, I'm not mad. I'm trying to remain calm, but why would you even add that to even begin with? Like, that doesn't make your story scary. I think it's just there for the sake of throwing it in there. There are some things that shouldn't be in the story, I think they're just there for the sake of throwing them in there. Like, look, if you're going to do something like, have Alice, saying, oh, killing somebody, and, having her, another part is, having Alice with a knife, and then the other was on a crucifix. Oh my God, why would you even add that to even begin with? I almost had to censor it because, why would you even add that to even begin with? That's just my question. Why would you even add that to even begin with? Like, if you are going to add something like that, you need to have a good explanation to why it's there to begin with. Because if you don't give a good explanation, then it's just there for the sake of throwing it in there. I'm not angry. I'm just only explaining to you how this film could have been better. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to calm down. I'm not mad, but I'm just kind of almost losing my mind because this story was just weird, confusing, and I don't understand why certain things are there when they shouldn't. And and the person says, I'm glad the I was lowercase. You messed up on that. I think it was a typo, which would be easier to fix. But it says here that you're glad the sketch was wasn't real, because if it was, you would cry. Okay. Well, no, crap. Basically about that. And the person getting fired for Satanism. Okay. That has been used too many times, and I can definitely say that. Why would you even add Satan or anything like that in a creepypasta? Because that is just cliche. I'm going to be honest. And then the ending about the person smashing the VHS tape. Why would you even add someone smashing it? I'm going to be honest, is that has been used so many times. That's been used over and over again. Like, why would you even add that to even remotely begin with? Like, if there was a good reason why it was smashed, like, I think it's just there for the sake of throwing it in there. But, okay, I'm going to be completely honest, and, I am just trying to say right now is that this story itself was just really, was okay. Well, it was okay. It could have been good, but there were a bunch of negatives. Mainly, I'm only saying that because, I just don't understand why, I almost gave up this story. This story was good, the beginning, the first half, until the second half, everything fell, completely flat. And, I don't understand why creepypastas have to do that. But, this story could have been, a little better. Maybe if you could fix up the ending. Maybe fix up the ending with something a little different. Maybe that way the story would have been, okay. Like, the grammar is good. I can definitely say that. The sentence structuring is good. The paragraph structuring. The concept was interesting. I could definitely say. It's not cliched like anyone finding this, out in, I'm just going to be completely honest here. I understand you trying to come up with something a little different. And I'm not going to deny that fact. But I am going to be honest is that this story could have been good. Well, it is good, but the first half was good, but when we got to the second half, it just went downhill completely for me. To the offer, if you think your story's okay, I respect that, but if you want to fix up the story, you can, by all means. That's your opinion, and that's up to you. But I could definitely say, but this story, even though it's cliche, I'm willing to excuse most of them, but it just went downhill, at least to me that is. Now, I am going to be honest, I know you did try to come up with something a little different, but it's just it's just a mess. I'm just going to be honest. Maybe if you edit the story, maybe just a little bit mainly with the ending. Like, I would take away the ending and restart the ending. The first part was okay, but the second half just fell. That's just to me that is. But other than that, the story was actually okay, but it could have been better. I'm going to be completely honest when I say that. Okay. I think I've gone on with this review, as long as I can. But you know what? I'm going to wrap up this because, I need to fix my brain because, I need to comprehend of what happened. I'm not angry. I'm just saying, what could have been better to make the story. Okay. To make the story better, I am going to be completely honest. Now, like I'm going to say, and like I will always continue to say, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story would have to be, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. It's only getting a 5 because the first half was good, but it just fell, it went downhill in the second half. That's number 1. Number 2, the grammar was good, and the sentence structuring, paragraph structuring was good. The third one, the concept's interesting, but the ending just fell flat. And number 3, I think that's number 3, but I think that's number 4. The ending could have been, a little bit better. Remove the cliches, start over with the ending. Just only the ending though. But then other than that, the story would have been good. But at least you did make an improvement on certain things, which I could definitely say that. Okay. Now, anyways, I've reviewed, as long as I can. It's been 11 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. Anyways, what did you all think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Shadow Linus. No, wait. I'm not Shadow Linus. Oh, sorry. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to get used to my, my new real name. My new name. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload. And like always, please roll the outro because I'm out of here. And I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.